Alright, rolling on that.
And you'll just be looking at me when I ask all the questions.
Okay. I'm fine with crazy questions. I used to work in politics.
All right, it's the challenge.
Hang on. Oh, I gotta turn your mic off. Oops. Can you get to him?
Yeah.
You know how to do it, right? Just 2 buttons. Hold it until you see lick through. There we go.
You good?
Yep, good.
Awesome. And just right here. Do I need to lean down right here?
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right, I'm just gonna lean down here to get on the same eye level. Let's start with, can you just tell me your first and last name and just how to spell it? Just,
Okay. Yeah, Michael Stopp, Michaelstopp.
Gotcha. And your position with the organization?
Okay, so I am a board member for the 7G Foundation, and I'm also on the Native American Working Group with the Braves. So I represent both organizations here today.
Gotcha. So this is a huge weekend for you.
It is a huge weekend for me. Yeah.
Explain to me a little bit about what you've been able to see and take in so far.
So, with my work on the 7G Foundation, our main goal is to help our kids get recognized, and then we also have a mentorship program with that. But a lot of times, because so many Native Americans in very rural the United States, they don't get the recognition or the really the recruitment that we'd like to see. We have very talented kids, and if you look back in U.S. history, at the beginning of the baseball world, the beginning of the football world, we had a lot of Native Americans who were playing in professional sports. But since then, as the urban world kind of developed, the natives have kind of been left out. So our whole hope is to get them more exposure to recruiters, to get them more exposure to good coaches, and the Braves have been a great partner this weekend in doing that. We have a great coaching staff that's come out, and we have some good recruiters coming out for the game.
Gotcha. Have the kids vocalized to you like what this means to them, or have you kind of heard those stories as well?
Yes, so the kids have had a great time this weekend and what it means to them. We do some team building exercises when they're not on the field, get time to talk to them. They're actually broken down into about 7 small groups, so it's not too intimidating. We can hear from them, and we're getting really good feedback. So a lot of them have never been to a pro game until a couple of them came on Wednesday. The Braves offered some tickets to the last home game this week, and that was the first pro game they'd ever been to, but they've been playing ball their whole life. And so it's just a fantastic experience for them and a great opportunity for them to get seen.
And I've asked each person this so far, but why does this weekend and this event mean so much to you personally?
So that's a long question.
Yeah.
It means a lot to me for 2 reasons. One, like I said, I'm a board member for the 7G. I'm also on the working group with the Native Working Group with the Braves. So for me, it's a coalescence of those 2 things that I've been working on for the last few years. And more importantly, so I am Cherokee and Muskogee Creek, and we are originally from Georgia, Eastern Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and we were removed in what is started being called the Trail of Tears in the 1800s. And so growing up, for me, Georgia was not a very nice place. Georgia wasn't a good, someplace I thought of nicely. In my grandmother's house, there's a portrait hanging over her fireplace of a Georgia militiaman holding a rifle at a Cherokee family just before the removal. So growing up, that was how I looked at Georgia. So coming here and working with the Braves is for me a new opportunity to address some of those historical wrongs, and the Braves have been great partners in that. So having something like the first Native showcase in Georgia at the Braves Stadium is huge, not just because of the work I do, but for me personally, for my family history. So.
And what does that say about the Braves that they want to be that bridge and help, give the exposure and help you and everyone else kind of
Right. So I have worked in Indian country most of my life, and mostly at the federal level. I started with the Department of Defense and then worked on the Hill in the Senate and the U.S. House. And you see a lot of people give lip service to Indians. That's a thing. So you look for that genuineness. And I was a little reserved when I first started getting on the working group with the Braves. But I will tell you that Derek Schiller has proven himself to be very genuine in his approach to this. He's become a friend to me personally. He's become a friend to Indian country. We're doing great work out there, and the Braves are fully invested. There's a lot of things. This is the first time we've done the showcase. It's going to be an annual event. The Braves are all in on that, so it's a great outreach to Indian country. It really helps these kids. But they've done other initiatives. They've developed a strategic relationship with the Eastern Band of the Cherokees. They've started a new initiative to help with education here in Georgia, and they've already started getting some Indian education into the Georgia history classes, which to me is amazing because my people came from here. So I love the fact that they're learning about that in Georgia schools now. We're working on other relationships. Derek and I had a phone call with the chief of the Muskogee Creek Nation last week. He's going to come out and watch a game, and we're going to talk through that because this is also their ancestral home. So what I look for when I work on projects like this is genuineness, and I will tell you from the senior executives here at the Braves, it's been a real genuine outreach. So I greatly appreciate that.
This is clearly not the first time you've done interviews. You knocked it out of the park. Anything else I'm missing? Anything you wanted to add?
No, it's a great opportunity, and I can't thank the Braves enough. They've been great partners.
Awesome.
And I got to give a shout out to Greg McMichael. So thanks, Greg.
There we go. Awesome. Good to go. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
That mic off, yeah.